tomorrow as you have a chance to even the series?
We're very excited for the challenge. I think we did a lot of good things. I think we big stretch of that game. I think we played just how we wanted, and we created a lot. I feel like we had a lot of chances. We're not too happy about the 5 goals we let in, though.
After the game ended last night, it looked like a couple guys had some words for Rempe. I don't know who. But how do you keep a guy like him, a guy who's kind of like an instigator, out of your heads and not let him affect how you guys play?
To be honest, I don't really focus on him. Like, I don't think anyone does. So, we just want to win next game. That's all we focus about.
Left side, second row, Tom.
The question about Ekman Larsson, who you played with at the start of this season. Just how important was he coming into this team, and how has he been as a contributor, as he kind of maybe had to have his role reduced after guys came back from injury?
No, he's been unreal for us. Like you said, I played with him early, and he played a big run the first PP unit, and he was great. So still, him and Kula has been unreal for us. So yeah.
Go ahead, George, on the right side.
Can you go through your game-tying goal last night? It seems like Shesterkin is so hard to beat in that snapshot here. You look like. Could you believe that you got that through?
He came out pretty far. I just saw an opening, to be honest, and just try to get over his shoulder and glove there. So that's what I try to do. He usually attacks pretty well, so trying to get it by him.
In the emotion of it, so you were pretty fired up to tie it
Yeah,
up.
for sure. No, it was a big goal. I think we got the crowd with us and got a good roll going there. So that was very exciting.
Take a couple more for Gus on the left side, Corey.
Coach mentioned just before, he said you guys were joking in the room saying if you keep it up, you're going to lead the team in scoring throughout the playoffs. How has your development kind of gone, let's say, this season? He mentioned you've had to switch team partners. Has your game changed at all, and how do you feel about it from your standpoint?
I don't think it's changed too much, to be honest. I'm still trying to, have a good gap, shut the other opponents down. It's always fun to contribute a little bit with goals and assists and stuff like that, but mainly I'm still focusing on defense.
Last question, back left, Kristen.
I'm just wondering, how do you think this team does such a good job of being able to be physical, getting guys to the front of the net without crossing that line and putting yourselves in penalty trouble and things like that?
No, I think you got to play a little bit on the line, and I think we've been very good and successful being on the right side of it this year. I think it punished us a little bit last year. It took a little too many penalties, but I think this year for sure we've been more good with that.
Thank you for your time, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's playoffs. There's going to be big swings just from one game, one goal. That's what playoffs is like, and you just got to be able to control your emotions and work on parts of the game that we need to work on, and we went over it and take the good stuff because we did a lot of good things last night. So you just kind of go through it day by day.
Left side, Tom.
You did get 4 goals last night, which is pretty good, but like your coach said last night, some of your best scoring chances ended up on shin pads or wide of the net. Is there something, I think you had 42 shot attempts or blocked. Is there something you do better there as far as maybe taking advantage of some of your better scoring chances?
Yeah, we definitely have to get more pucks on net. They've done a great job of blocking a lot of pucks, but we can still do a better job of getting more traffic to the net, more of our bodies to the net, and then it's just a matter of bearing down on opportunities after that.
Right side, second row.
You guys were able to get the split in New York. How important is it for tomorrow? It's not an elimination game or anything like that, but is it a must-win game for the Panthers tomorrow?
It's a big game. It's crucial. We know how important this game is. We're going to be prepared for it, but I think in the playoffs every game feels like a must-win game. So we're just going to treat it as the same as we've been treating all the other games. But yeah, it's definitely a big one for us.
Left side, third row.
You talk about just getting bodies to the net and putting pucks on net and being challenging in that way. This team, maybe better than most, can sort of toe that line between being physical and finesse, and there's a good balance there. What do you think the key is there for you guys?
With regards to
Just being a physical presence, but
Yeah.
also, without crossing the line.
Yeah, I mean it's a fine line. Obviously, there's in the playoffs you're trying to be as physical as possible. It's we're prepared to make this a hard series for 7 games. That was our mindset right from the beginning. So definitely there's a line, and you're trying your best to not cross that line and toe the edge for the whole series. So. I think we've done a pretty good job of that, but we can always improve on that as well.
Second row in the center.
2 questions for you. One on the Trouba elbow. I mean, were you surprised that was downgraded to a 2 when you look back on it on replay?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it would have been a 5, but I mean, it's discretionary. I mean, it's what I mean. Everyone has their opinions on it, their different views on it. So yeah, I mean, I thought it would have been, but obviously it wasn't. So that's the way it goes.
And can I just ask you on the last goal? I mean, you guys played so well in your D zone for most of the night. On that goal, like, how much have you looked at it since, and where do you think the breakdowns occurred for Venberg to wind up all alone in front of the net?
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously we know what happened there. There's a couple things, but I can take responsibility in not blocking that puck as well at the point. So I'm not going to go over that, but we know our responsibilities and what we need to fix. So no issues there.
Left side, second row.
Paul mentioned last night during his press conference, basically saying he wanted you guys to kind of, I think he said, like, keep that growl, like sit with the emotions of this game and use that. How do you balance using the emotions, of a disappointing loss versus being too wrapped up in the emotions?
Yeah, I mean, I think you sit on it a little bit last night. Obviously, it stung, but you wake up today. It's a new day. Another opportunity tomorrow, and that's really the only way that you can go about it. So I think we did a good job. Everyone's in good spirits today. So that's how our focus is.
Take 2 more questions on the right side.
Like, looking at the goaltending situation in New York, how tough is it to beat a guy like Shesterkin? I mean, you guys did get 4 on him yesterday, but it seemed like it's been heavy sledding against this guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good goalie. He's one of the top goalies in the league for a reason. So it's going to be a challenge, and we know we need to get more pucks in the net, more traffic to the net, and that's how we're gonna find success.
Last one, third row.
I know you mentioned everyone in the room is in good spirits. How much more difficult is that in the playoffs with the pressure ratcheted up a little bit after a frustrating loss where you guys know you played well?
Yeah, it's not too difficult. I mean, you wake up, the sun is shining, everything's good here. So it's not too difficult.
Thank you for your time, Sam.
Thanks, guys.
The power play thus far.
I feel like more playing with the 5-on-5 mindset and pressure them hard on the loose pucks and just takes what given. Sometimes it's not a nice set play. You have to get a pucks to the net, and it gave us results.
Right side, second row.
Vlad, you guys have a lot of shot attempts throughout the entire series, but having a lot blocked, a lot missed. Just the balance of the high shot volume and also doing what you can to make sure that you are getting it to the net and challenging Igor.
Yeah, I think you have to get a puck to the net, but also you're gonna go to the hard areas more. Have to stay in front of him and make it hard for him to make a saves. And I feel like the more you go to the net front area, the more chances you have to create a rebound or create a scoring chance.
Right side.
I know you played with him last year, you know him from previous, but how hard is it to beat him? I mean, how good a goalie is Shesterkin? I mean, because from us looking down, he looks pretty good.
Obviously, what kind of goalie he is, but what I mentioned before, for good goalies, you have to create traffic, make their life harder, and just get a puck to the net. And sometimes, clean shots doesn't go in. That's why you need to have people in front of him to, create that first and second layer to make it harder.
Left side, third row.
And sort of on that note of creating traffic in front of him, you guys have really balanced, physicality with finesse and skill throughout the postseason. What's the key there in just, continuing to play your game, but just, not being afraid to get in an opponent's face as well?
You just have to trust the process, just try to wear them down and follow the plan. Sometimes you can score right away, you just have to be patient and, like I said, stay on your plan.
Left side, second row.
How you felt for yourself individually the opportunities have been before the series? Your coach said basically, I'm just not worried about his production. Just one big goal this series from you. Have you felt like it's been going for you as far as?
Yeah, obviously, have to find the ways to play better and contribute. It goes to the previous question. Just stay on the plan. Keep working hard and believe it's coming. But we play as a team, and coaches will have a plan for us before each game, and we just all have to stay in it.
In the center, Mike.
Vlad, you've gone on obviously long playoff runs before. I mean, when in the regular season when you dominate a game, it's easy to move on. So, if we play 82 games like that, we're going to win, our share. How hard is it in the playoffs to put last night behind you when you know that you probably deserve better? Like, what is the mood around here today, and is it easy to sort of put that away and get ready for tomorrow?
I mean, it's a good mood today. We have a good group of guys, confident in ourselves. But things change fast in the playoffs, and you need to have some time to learn how to move on. But I think it's mostly the one-game mindset. You just learn from that game and get ready for tomorrow.
Left side, second row.
Shesterkin's obviously, a top goalie in the league, and you guys have been facing top goalies all throughout the playoffs. So to be able to, even though you guys lost last night, to be able to put 4 past him, does that give you guys more confidence?
I mean, like you said, it was last night. We have to learn from it, use what we did before to give us success, to score goals, and even do it more.
There are no more questions. Thank you for your time, Vlad.
Thank you.
Series right now, obviously down 2-1, but I'm sure you like the way you played last game.
Yeah, obviously not the situation. Well, 2-1 down. I think we still like our game a lot. There's a lot of good, and I think a lot of small things we can fix.
It's mentally, I know it's common to just say move on, but when you dominate a game the way that you did yesterday and don't get the victory in the playoffs, I mean, that's easy to say in the regular season. How hard is that, and what is the mood around here today?
Yeah, obviously it stings a little bit, especially the comeback we made in the third and just battling hard. I think we're still in a really good mood today. We're confident in our game and just do it tomorrow again.
On the right side, George.
In that vein, Paul Murray said last night that he doesn't want you guys to forget this one, to kind of, have that sour taste. Do you feel that a little bit, or like you said, or is just everybody feeling all right about things?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I said, it's sting a little bit, but it's still a long series. We're ready to play 7 games and ready to wear their D's down and just work hard.
Third row, Corey.
Is that day after feeling after a game like this, is it any different waking up in the morning in the playoffs than a similar situation like that in the regular season where you feel like you dominated but didn't get the result?
I mean, yeah, it's pretty similar, to be honest. Just playoffs, there's a lot of emotions. I think it's not that big of a difference, but so.
Right side, Jordan.
Yeah, you guys have had a lot of shot attempts, but a lot of them either getting blocked, getting missed. Just the importance of being able to attack the net, especially with a goalie like Igor Shesterkin, being able to do what you can to make sure you guys are challenging him.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have all the chances we needed, but we actually talked this morning. We have to go to the net with the purpose, get the goalie's ice, and I think we did that in the first 2 rounds too. That's a key point for our game.
Take one more question, left side, second row.
You guys did a very good job basically keeping the Rangers off balance. You guys had way more shot attempts than they did. Just what was working from the whole team on the defensive front?
Yeah, I mean, I think just keeping tight D zone, but I think still we made a few mistakes that they scored on. Just have to play defense first and then get offense from that.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.